I'd like to welcome Baby GRONK, Madden, San Miguel. How you doing?
Baby GRONK, you are taking over social media right now with these TikToks that are going viral.
This fourth grader is already committed to Oregon. This is Madden San Miguel, better known as Baby GRONK.
Baby GRONK, I'm the #1 third grader in America.
We are living in wild times, where people can go from nobodies to somebodies seemingly overnight. In a society that has an unquenchable thirst for content, there will always be a steady stream of people to fill the void. But with any opportunity that presents itself as a fast track to fame and fortune, there will always be an overwhelming amount of bad actors trying to capitalize. In the sports world, there's been a phenomenon over the past decade or so of highlighting the athletic abilities of children, all claiming that they are the next coming of insert greatest athlete here. Then they hype up their clips of them embarrassing other kids their own age. The most recent example of this is Baby GRONK. And let me state this very clearly up front. This situation is not at all the fault of Baby GRONK, for he is a child, caught in the crosshairs being set up for failure by his promoter and social media manager of a father. Baby GRONK is a 10-year-old self-proclaimed football celebrity, whatever that means. Nonetheless, he has gained an impressive following on social media, but something is not adding up to me, and I can't quite put my finger on it. I have gone through Baby GRONK's Instagram and YouTube channel, and I just don't understand the hype. But that's because I think I've gone down the rabbit hole. And to be honest, it's not very deep. When the normal person glances at this situation on the surface, it looks like Baby GRONK is the next viral football prodigy, with him boasting about going on college visits at age 10, getting D1 offers at age 10, fucking 10 years old, with high-quality, professionally edited highlight reels, taking pictures with NFL players, and collabing with high-profile college athletes like Livy Dunn. This all seems very legitimate. Well, maybe. The real problem behind this is the father of Baby GRONK. He runs all of his son's social media presence because, again, Baby GRONK is a child, and he can't officially run his own social media pages because it would violate the terms of service of these social platforms. His father is vicariously living through his son's athletic, let's say, prowess, for a lack of a better term, which isn't out of the norm for some parents. What is different in this situation is Jake San Miguel, Baby GRONK's dad, is the voice of his son. Jake has admitted that all of Baby GRONK's content is meticulously thought out, planned, and that his son Madden is a willing participant in the entire operation. But everything Baby GRONK posts is framed as a direct post from Baby GRONK and his persona, not from the father of Baby GRONK. Speaking of personas, on the internet you can portray yourself as anyone you want to be, especially when you're starting out. But out of all the traits humans possess in this world, none are more repulsing to other humans than arrogance. Why anyone would willingly pick the worst kind of persona is beyond me. But that is exactly the voice Jake has given his son. I mean, it's not beyond me, I know why, it's for views. Baby GRONK's online persona comes off as very unlikable because of the negligent arrogance Jake uses in depicting his son. The claims of an official D1 college football visit and offer letters, and the parasitic nature of using other college sports celebrities to bolster your son's very unearned and undeserved celebrity status is setting your son up for failure. Jake San Miguel is very good at one thing, and that is search engine optimization. Baby GRONK's social media presence is a jumbled and incoherent mess of very topical, searchable terms that has proven very successful in driving engagement, good or bad. But in the game of clout, there is no such thing as good or bad, just have or have not. By far the most insidious thing Jake has done has been the fact that he isn't hiding his intentions. His intentions of why he's making his son a target for hate and online harassment. It, like most things, is in the pursuit of money. He straight up said that he wants this notoriety to translate into making his son a millionaire before he even reaches college. He said the quiet part out loud, and it turns people away from this whole situation because of how gross it feels. The internet is a dark, dark place. And not to only subject your 10-year-old son to this darkness, but to actively whore him out in the chase of financial gains is nothing less than legal child abuse. Jake has already given his son an impossible task of living up to the hype he's created in his son's name. There are no repercussions for Jake. He won't have to deal with the consequences he's created for his son, because he is the puppet master who hides behind the curtain, and baby Gronk is the puppet on stage. The media has been divided pretty hard one way or the other. You have a lot of college social media teams playing along with the whole baby Gronk persona, because engagement or whatever. But by the looks of it, they are inviting him on school visits and letting him play dress up in their football gear like it's fucking Halloween, which is only exacerbating the problem. They are letting this situation fester, but playing along is like voting for the ugly girl for prom queen for all the wrong reasons.
I'm gonna pick the most hopeless girl at this school, and I'm gonna bet that you can't turn her into prom queen. You're honest.
Just a selfish, short-sighted attempt for views and clicks, unaware of how the kid's dad is portraying him. There have been a few positive takes from the media against this clear exploitation. Pat McAfee and Will Compton from Bussin' with the Boys have pulled back the curtain a little bit on Jake, exposing the fact that Jake has been DMing them in a sad attempt to get baby Gronk on their shows, to further his reach into new audiences and legitimize the hype. But they have rightfully called it out for what it is. Sad. While McAfee was a little more composed and diplomatic about everything,
there's another like 11-year-old that we've been introduced to here on the internet. And I don't think anybody thinks he's going to be the next one, but his dad is certainly making it feel as if he is the next one.
Absolutely.
Which I think some people with a brain can like kind of look in the future and say, trouble is ahead.
Yeah.
You know, we are not all prophets around here, and we don't have a magic 8 ball to tell us the future, and we can't see through the looking glass or anything like that. But we can say like what is apparently happening is seemingly on a path to the fuck's wrong here.
Yeah. Right. Disappointed.
no one had stronger words for Jake than Will Compton.
This is for baby Gronk's father. You are not coming on Bussin' with the Boys. I personally disagree with what you're doing. What I think is that you're exploiting your son for social clout, status, fame, money, and to fill a void that you couldn't fill on your own. I think this is all about you. You're hiding behind all this nonsense that it's not about you, and you're building him a bank account for a safety net. He's gonna be a millionaire by the time he's a senior in high school. Yank fucking yank.
And I agree with everything he said, and now this is a situation you can't ignore. And what was the response to Will from the baby Gronk camp? To pick a fight with one of the most likable people in alternative sports media. Good luck with that. God, this kid's dad is such a piece of shit. These guys could have read the DMs and just ignored them, but putting this out in the world is important because if you find baby Gronk's content annoying, you now know that it's not the kid's fault. The overblown hype isn't coming from the media yet. It's being propagated by Jake in a calculated attempt to get rich off social media, and his son is just an instrument on that quest. Again, I cannot stress enough how much this is not baby Gronk's fault. He does have an impressive following though. He's definitely making a comfortable living for himself, especially at 10 years old. But let's not get it twisted, it's not because he's good at football. And that's where his dad fails him. This is the sports equivalent of a stage mom, who forces their kid into acting and usually forgets to do the most important job, being their parent. Which leads to an alarming number of them unable to become well-adjusted adults, much less a normal kid.
Like, all this stuff goes away if he goes across the middle in a high school football game and gets knocked the fuck out. You know, the only thing you're getting on your Instagram then is people in your comments saying, like, you're a fucking bum, you're a scrub. You know, like, there are so many ways this can go bad. Like, I don't know if the outcome is like, oh, he's going to be fine, he's going to make the NFL.
Baby Gronk seems to have a decent athletic work ethic, and my message for him would be to keep your head down and keep training. There have been other internet sports celebrities before you. Ones that had way more hype than you. Ones who talked more trash than you. The only constant is they've always fizzled out. They weren't able to mentally handle the disappointment of not living up to the hype. You have the following. Now you need to let your game do the talking. Because if you ask the world to humble you, it fucking will. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Proud of you. Sorry I let a guy my age vicariously living through his son get to me. All of the exploiting left a bad taste in my mouth. But if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and